President Biden is in Canada to meet with Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and just announced a new agreement on the northern border. It's a change for asylum seekers looking to get into the United States. Grant Herms joins us from the Detroit Port Authority. And Grant, this could have a pretty big impact on both sides of the border.
Kimberly, they expect it to have a major impact here. Encounters with Border Patrol and asylum seekers have spiked over the past year across the northern border, including here in Detroit. And a lot of those folks have made their way up from the U.S.-Mexico border to here to try to cross into Canada, and on occasion have been flying into Canada to cross the border here into the U.S. But all of that likely now going to change. A major decision for how and how many migrants can cross the U.S.-Canadian border. The agreement coming from a 24-hour-long meeting between President Biden and Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau would allow Canada to turn away asylum seekers entering from the U.S. at official border crossings. But the country has also agreed to accept 15,000 more asylum seekers each year, potentially taking some of the strain off of a busy U.S. northern border. In Detroit, that strain has been felt. According to data from Customs and Border Patrol, migrant encounters are up 268% compared to this time last year, already 2/3 of last year's entire total. But the new deal could have impact on those working to seek asylum or migrate legally.
Countries are shifting their asylum burdens on each other, and they're kind of like just pushing these, we don't want them, you take them, we don't want them. And these are people.
Herman Dade practices immigration law in Bloomfield Hills and in both countries, and is a dual citizen. He says the changes could spell disaster for those looking for a safe haven.
It really benefited the countries. These are people who have dreams, and they need to be respected and treated well. And unfortunately, it's going to just be a disaster, confusion, and it's going to cause a surge of refugee claims in the United States. That's just going to go through the roof, and the taxpayers end up going to have to pay the bill for this debacle that they're doing.
Now, we did reach out to Border Patrol for a comment today. They told us to get one from the Department of Homeland Security, which sent us a statement late this afternoon from Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas that reads in part, "Today's coordinated actions with the Government of Canada will protect the integrity of the asylum process, discourage dangerous crossings between ports of entry, and encourage lawful pathways for migration." Kimberly, back to you.
Grant, so what should someone who might be in the process of applying for asylum or who's looking to apply do now?
Well, Dade and other legal experts say the most important thing that they can do is have their documentation and their documents all in one place and all ready to go when they do apply, and then try to know do their best rather to know these new laws. There are also lots of resources out there for free and not for free to help folks who want to apply for asylum in the U.S. or in Canada. Back to you.
Okay, Grant Herms reporting for us. We appreciate it, Grant.